Howdy ho, guys and gals. Welcome back to the Dinner Tools. Today is Monday, September 29th. Man, the year is flying by, and we got a ton of hot deals for you. So say it with me. Hold on. Alexa, turn on sign.
Okay.
There we go. It's time for Deals of the Week. All right, let's jump into them. First one we got for you is the DeWalt Power Tool Organizer. I don't know why they call it the DeWalt. I mean, you can organize any tools. Those clearly are not DeWalt power tools in there, but it's a nice little, power tool and hand tool organizer cart coming in 5% off a list down to $56.99. Then we got some Hurricane tools. Now, these are a value priced prosumer-esque kind of level of tools. And I've been a big fan of their insulated screwdriver sets, but this set is fantastic. You're getting all the bits with the single handle there, with the case, everything there. It's normally $24.19, but you got a coupon that's going to take $1.21 off the price of that. Then we also have their precision insulated screwdriver set here, 6-piece insulated with the case, everything 15% off a list, taking it down from $15 to $12.69. Trust me, you don't want to be shocked by how bad an electrician you are. I know, it's a dad joke, right? Okay, anyway, no, seriously, guys, be safe out there. Get real insulated screwdrivers anytime you're going anywhere near mains, and probably for some of you, anytime you're near DC as well. Anyway, then we got the high-spec 40-piece screwdriver bit set. This is a no-name bit set, but I like it because it comes with the keyring adapters as well. Nice little case. It's coming in. It's normally $10, $9.49, and it's 95 cents off. So you're getting down to the $8 range on that one. All right, then this one got sent in by a viewer. This is, I don't know what to say about this. It lights up like a Christmas tree. It's like an electrician in your pocket, and I don't even want to go any further than that. It does everything, I think, honestly. Clamp, unscrew, strip the wires, CRV cut, wire cutting, loop, open loop, crimping, the open line leather. It's got signal lights. It'll tell you whether the ground is hot or whatnot. Now here's the deal. I'm looking at this going, but those are metal grips. Apparently they're clear handles on it. I just don't know what to say. But I can tell you this. For the price, $8, it might be a fun little gift. Christmas is not that far away. All right, then the best MIG, clearly the single best MIG welder out there. For a little, flux core welder, it does stick and lift TIG as well, 3-in-1 for $110. I like the gloves it comes with. It comes with a better than average mask. I will give it that. You got the option for goggles, or you can put the mask on. And when I say better than average, I mean better than these kits normally come with, not better than the ones you buy for yourself. Anyway, coming in at $110. If you just want to hot glue some metal to each other, this might be the solution for you. Then we got I think 3 kits here from Bowen. 1/4 inch, 3/8, 1/2 inch drive, impact extension kit here with swivels in the blow mold case with adapters. Coming in normally $40, $10 off, taking it down to $30. Then next up, we've got the socket set, 1/2 inch drive, impact socket, 72 piece. We got SAE 5/16 to 1 1/4 and metric 8 to 24. And I believe that's 8 to 24, no skip. I think this is a no skip set. 8 to, looks like no skip to me. Anyway, hold on. Yeah, 23 in there as well. Okay, so we got it coming in at $104. That's 20% off. Plus you're getting, was it 1, 2, 3 extensions, an adapter, a swivel, and a ratchet with that. All right, then we've got their kind of universal impact socket adapter set. This is going to take you up or down to anything you need here. 1/4 inch, 3/8, 1/2 inch, even a 3/4 inch on it, chromoly on it. Coming in, I just want to point out, this ends in 14 hours, 18 minutes as of filming. 20% off, down from $22 to $18. This is kind of one of those get out of jail free kind of tools I talk about a lot. And then we got the 3/8 drive impact set. You got your deeps and your shallows. There's 6-point on those, and you're getting the socket, or I should say the socket, the ratchet and the extensions with that as well. Normally $70, again, a $10 off coupon, taking it down to $60. All right, then we got the 1/2-inch drive socket set, 33-piece deep and shallow here. It's normally $59. It's got $10 off, taking it down to $50. All right, then we got propane torch hose kit. Does not come with the tanks, guys. You got to get your own tanks, whether you're running propane or MAP. I got to tell you, I'm a big fan of MAP. It bumps up a few degrees, and it really does make a difference on a lot of stuff. Now, if you want to run Oxy MAP, you got to run a different setup than that. But that's a great one for doing some quick cut job stuff. Anyway, I digress here. We're coming in normally $46 on this. 13% off, takes it down to $39.94. But don't stop there, because we also got a coupon that's going to knock another $1.20 off. Remember, you got to click those coupons. They don't self-click for you. You got to apply them. All right, then over here, orange indicating silica gel. This is great stuff. I use a bunch of this with the 3D printing, but it's also found it's great for my tools. Typically, I just grab, I get so many shipments. Everything ships with one of those little don't eat this bags, and I'll just toss it in a tool drawer and stuff. But it's been a while, and I'm kind of running out, so I started using the silica stuff. What's nice about this is it turns this dark greenish color once it's fully saturated. And then what you do is you take it and you either put it in the oven at 250 or you put the defrost mode on your microwave. I've still not gotten to the part of trying it with the microwave. I've done it in the oven. And anyway, you buy one and done for a good long time. After eventually they'll get to the point where they won't dry out anymore. But that said, for normally $29 on this, that's a decent buy. $2.89 off, almost $3 off on that. That's going to take it down to, was it $26? That's a nice thing to have around the shop. Make a little thing, especially if you've got a 3D printer, you can make a little holder for it. Put one in each of your tool drawers, especially if you're someplace down south. All right, then we got the Roamtech 350-watt heat gun with 2 nozzles. All right, now this is not like one of the super pistol style heat guns. It's more of a handheld kind of thing. Get in there maybe for more delicate work, if you would. It gets you a little more finesse control using that kind of pencil style. Anyway, it's coming in, and look, we got multiple colors with it. Aren't they pretty? It's 12% off, taking it down to $15. All right, we got your yen pack of 6-pack safety glasses here. UV protection, impact resistant, tinted safety goggles. Good for indoors and outdoors. Coming in 30% off, down to $8.11. And again, you got multiple color options at different price points, mind you. Ooh, look at that. That's my wife hates it when I wear stuff like that. Anyway, your choice here. Keep your eyes safe, man. They don't grow back. All right, we got the Craftsman tape measure, 25-foot with fraction marking. Oh my gosh, what a day. Fraction markings, retractable. It better be retractable. Why does it say retractable? Is there a tape measure that's non-retractable? Am I missing out? Again, no metric on it though. Coming in at $12 on that one. All right, then we got 2 sets of mechanics wear gloves, box cutter work gloves here. Cut resistant thumb for those of you who are injury prone. Coming in 7% off, down to $38.43. And then we've got the standard, like the traditional mechanics wear gloves. These are just fantastic. They're normally $46, 13% off, takes them down to $40 on that one. All right, then we got the WEP soldering station here. This one is kind of a do-it-all. You got the solder spool on there. You got your helping hands as well. Besides the soldering, you got a desoldering pen. You got some tweezers, the whole 9 yards. All set up there. Normally $60. It's on sale for $52. All right, then we got somebody set this in, the big red 5-tier heavy-duty garage storage shelf. This is 72 by 36 by 18. Again, a little bit on the shallow side. But look at this. It comes with 2 thumbs-up gloves and the hammer. And I joke on the mallet, but we've got a couple mallets that have come with some of the shelves and other stuff we've assembled. And they're one of the most used tools around you always need a little persuader, here and there. And they come in useful. They really do. I'm really surprised how often we use them. I was just using them the other day. All right, we got Dickies men's relaxed straight fit carpenter's jeans coming in 51% off, down to $17. That's a nice pair of jeans there. Good work jeans there for $17. 36 waist, 34 length. I remember when I used to wear a 36 waist. Anyway, they come in a bunch of sizes. Anything from 44 down to 30 there. So check those out. All right, next up we got the DeWalt. I just did a video on this. Just wanted to include it. If you have not tried the Stealth Sonic yet, rip to your ears. The Stealth Sonic is just, it makes wet dry vacs great again. It really does. They're so quiet and you don't wince. And I did. I got to the point where I would literally wince turning on a wet dry vac because they were so loud, and my ears just been so beat up over the years. It's just so nice to go to something that doesn't make you bleed from your eardrums. $143.97 on that one. And I will say this, somebody asked about, hey, what's the difference for you? Why would you choose poly versus steel? And here's what I've come up with. If I'm on a work site, it's going to be poly all day, okay? Because they get banged around, they get thrown into the truck. Also, stainless steel is going to get dented up and look like a used, Nissan Altima here shortly. But that said, at home and in like my environment around here where I'm not going to abuse it, the stainless, they clean up easier. You get a whole load, we're just doing this thing, and as I was dumping out, I'm like, it all just slides right out off that stainless. Whereas poly builds up that static and then everything clings to it, and it's a real pain to get it clean. So that's my choice between poly and stainless there. All right, now let's keep going. Fireproof safe money bags. I always talk about this. If you got documents and stuff, even if you put them in a fireproof safe, put them in one of these bags as well. So you got, remember, 2 is 1, 1 is none. This is really going to keep things safe. Family pictures, that kind of stuff, $15.83. Go and grab some. All right, then we got some of this, again, sent in by a viewer, the Dremel 20-volt battery. Now, hold up. I know you're like, I'm not Dremel, I don't care. So, who owns Dremel? You know? It's Bosch. As far as I know, because we have confirmed this, the Bosch 12-volt batteries are compatible with the Dremel and vice versa. As far as I understand, this is compatible with Bosch. And it sold by Amazon. So you Bosch guys, that's a $26 Bosch battery, as I understand it. If it's not, you can return it. But let me know down in the comments. I'll pin it if somebody can confirm it. But as I understand it, I do know it's made by Bosch. Everything else from them is compatible. Why wouldn't the 20 volt? It looks like it, right? So you tell me. Anyway, 26. If it works for $26, buy them all. Because if you're a Bosch guy, you know how much Bosch batteries cost. All right. Anyway, let's keep going. We got the Erner Twist. Oh, that's a tongue twister right there. But anyway, it's a nice looking little countersink drill bit set. I mean, look at that. You got all your countersink bits. You got your adapters and whatnot. All of that in there. And you're looking at a price of $8.77 with the case. That seems like a dang good pickup to me. All right, let's... I can't help myself. It's a cordless drill. You know you've been looking for a cordless drill. I got you a cordless drill. It says it right on it. Cordless drill, in case you were wondering. I got to say, all right, it's $18.69. Ends in 9 hours as of filming. 18% claimed on it. It's probably not the best one, but for a little 12 volt, like a kitchen drill, I'd use it honestly more as a electric screwdriver than anything else. But again, I also think of it as, that's a great gag gift. I wanted to get you a cordless drill. So I got you the cordless drill. Not a cordless drill, the cordless drill. All right, then we got the DeWalt drill. This is an old standby. This is a classic 8 amp, 3/8 inch, variable speed. And again, the battery life on this is just, it's insane. I've yet to have my battery run out of juice. It just runs and runs and runs. It does have to be plugged into the wall, of course. Anyway, $75.12. Seriously, guys, this is a classic and a staple to have around the shop. Now, if you want something a little beefier, now this is a 3/8. If you want a 1/2 inch and you're on a budget, check this out. 7 amp Black & Decker. Yeah, I'm talking about Black & Decker. Believe it or not, I'm not talking about microwaves or rice cookers. 7 amp 1/2 inch electric drill driver kit with the handle, corded. I haven't seen one of these in a while. I didn't even know they still made it. That said, if you're on a budget, guys, every shop should have this style of tool. All right, the corded drill with the handle, just the big beefy, I got to get this done, or I got to drill through some concrete or some thick, lumber or something, there, or do some mixing or something. Every guy, it's a standard, it's a staple of a shop. And if you don't have one and you're on a budget, I would say pick this up. It seems like a decent tool. All right, let's talk about impact drivers, and we're going to talk about one here. Ingersoll Rand, man, they've got quite a system there. Now, granted, it's designed for the professional, usually in the shop, or in the bays, I should say. 1/4-inch hex, cordless impact driver, mid-torque, compact pistol grip, well-made tool. It is tool only, but look at the price on this. Normally, it's $193. It's on sale for $126.93. There's a coupon that knocks it down $38.08. This is an Ingersoll Rand IR cordless tool for under $100, well under $100. That's insane. I would jump all over this if you want one, because I guarantee the scalpers and whatnot, I don't know if you call them here, the resellers are going to be buying these and throw them up on eBay at that price. That's an insane price on that one. All right. Then we got the DeWalt Max XR brushless impact driver for $120. Bare tool. This is a decent price, and I'm going to tell you not to buy this, because for $20 more, remember, this is the DCF 845B, you can get the 845D with battery, with charger, with bag, with a bonus power tech. Got Ford on the brain, apparently. Anyway, DeWalt 20-volt cordless 3-speed battery and charger included with bonus battery, coming in lowest price in 30 days, no doubt. $139. That is a screaming deal on that one. All right, then we got the Bosch Bulldog. Again, this is a standby classic. Everybody should have this tool, or at least one like it. It's the 1/8 rotary hammer size. It's got the forward grip. It's plug-in. You don't have to worry about batteries. Bosch built this category, all right? And this is what they built it on, was the Bosch Bulldog Extreme here. This is the tool to get, professional grade, 12% off, down from $250 to $219. All right, Greenworks. If you're looking for some budget brushless tools in the 24-volt flavor, and you can't afford the flex stuff or the Cobalt, this might be the go-to call right here. You're getting the combo kit here. You're getting 2 batteries with the charger, with the bag, coming in at $132. They did, full disclosure, they did send this to me a while back, and I'll be honest, I looked at it, I was like, Greenworks, and I was kind of like, yeah, and it was right around Christmas. I went to a buddy of mine and like, here, Merry Christmas. And I'll be honest, he loves them. He thinks they're great. And I'm like, really? He's like, no, those things are awesome. They're better than my, DeWalt's. Now, granted, he's got the brushed DeWalt's, but still, go figure. Apparently, people like them. I've talked to a lot of people who have these by this point, because that was like 2-3 years ago. So far, there's still, people are happy. Let's look at the reviews on it, all right? See if there's a fish hook. And no fish hook. That's pretty good. Anyway, if you want to go with Greenworks, that's your choice. They have a lot of great sales. The standard price on them is not so great, but the sale prices can be pretty good. All right, Flex. There's no question about Flex. People gave them a lot of grief when they came out. They're not going to be as good. They're not going to be. I don't hear anybody, none of you tool guys stood up and were like, nope, I was wrong. Not one of you. Jeez, tool guys are kind of an embarrassment I was just chatting with somebody else about the tool community, and there's a lot of you. I'm not saying you in particular, but there's a lot of guys out there who will talk a big game, and then when they get shown up, they won't be man enough. What happened to men? It used to be that was the manly thing to do. Like, yep, I was wrong. I can accept it. Apparently not anymore. All right, rant over. Flex 24-volt brushless cordless impact here, with the battery, with the charger, with the bag, with the lifetime warranty. You do have to register for it, but that is a lifetime warranty with up to 3 replacements on the battery for $120. Are you kidding me? $120. That is a ridiculous deal on that one. All right, then we got Milwaukee. I know. And I'm hesitant to talk about this, but normally this tool, let me bring it up on screen. This tool here is normally tool only, not on sale, like $150. No one buys it like that. They're always buying it when it's on sale. But even still, it's not $78. Again, Amazon doesn't sell this. All right, they're not licensed to sell this. So it ships by Amazon, sold by Dr. Distro. Yeah. Is it fake? Could be. What I've seen from a lot of these is what happens, and I've seen them. They've got a TTI, who owns Milwaukee, has got a company called was it Direct Tools, I think, and it's their clearinghouse where scratch and dent kind of stuff gets sent there. And I have seen like those pallet boxes piled with these tools. All right, and I think what they're doing is they're going there, they're buying them all out, and then just turning around and reselling them, because that seems like, I mean, because they're probably making $20 on each one, which, you know, in that kind of case, great. In which case, you're either getting a refurbed or a scratch and dent from the factory. But again, you're an adult. You make the call. $78. You do the math on that. All right, next up, we got the Skill Power Core 12 volt. This is sold by Amazon. This is the right angle impact driver with battery, full kit, charger, the whole 9 yards, coming in at $79. We've got this one, WorkPro X. Because I first thought of this, and I think I mentioned it on a different video. I was like, is this someone trying to scam the WorkPro name? That doesn't make sense. It's WorkPro. It's sold by Great Star. Great Star is the parent company that owns WorkPro. I send an email over to my contact over at WorkPro to ask him, like, hey, what's up with this? It looks like a decent, 7/8 SDS rotary hammer. And the battery on this, and this is why I really want to talk about this battery. Let me come down here. There we go. First of all, it acts as a USB battery bank, but being a 4 amp hour battery in that shape and form factor, it makes me think these are 21700 cells, which would then make me think that's why they're calling them WorkPro X, for the extra power you get out of the 21700. Is this going to be a thing from WorkPro? Are they going to come out with a whole line of WorkPro X? Well, here we got this. Normally $130, on sale for $100. Coupon takes it down to $90. Ooh, that's a hard one to ignore at $90. And they've got the WorkPro X electric ratchet with the same batteries. It's on sale, normally $100, on sale to $85. Oh my gosh. And look at this. They have, if you up to 10% off with code, blah, blah, if you qualify, depending on what other stuff you buy. So you'll have to look into that, see if it's a better deal than the sale price and whatnot. But then I found this WorkPro X inflator. Again, same style of battery. A price on this, $50, $5 off coupon. Stay tuned to the channel. Make sure you've liked, subscribe, ring the bell, the whole 9 yards. And I will follow up with WorkPro and see if this is the new Pro line using 21700 cells. That'd be cool. All right, let's keep going. Hammerhead, again, looking for a budget version. I was talking about this drill before. We're stepping down even further, but this one says it's 7.5. It's a 1/2 inch variable speed hammer drill. This is, for those of you who don't know, Hammerhead is made by Chevron. That's the same company that makes Skill, that makes Masterforce, that makes Cobalt, that makes Flex. This is their super budget line. Maybe something to consider just for around the shop, $31.67. Then we got the Bosch SDS 1/9/16 combination hammer here. It's coming in, again, sold by Amazon, $369. All right, then we got the DeWalt 20 volt max cordless hammer. A lot of power tools this week, a lot of power tools. Coming in at $195. That's 22% off Bear tool. Get the bear out. All right. Oh, speaking of which. Oh, come on, focus. You can do it. Wood filament. This is pretty cool. I don't know if it even sounds like wood. Anyway, we'll talk more about that later. DeWalt hammer drill, 7/8 amp. This is the classic. All right. I have one very similar to this that I don't even know. I had it so long, I don't even know where I got it from. And it doesn't look like this anymore. It is beat, but it still works fine. And I have drilled through quarried stone that is about 1.5 feet thick. That is the walls of my house. And I've drilled through it with this, and it did just fine. $120, that's 20% off. Cannot recommend this enough. All right, then let's talk about some saws. We got the Works 20 volt Power Share Exact Track, my bad. 6.5 cordless circ saw here. And it's coming in at $129.92. All right. Then we got the Bosch everyday driver kind of saw. It's even got the rafter hook, professional grade corded saw, 7.25 inch, not on sale. It's on sale for $99. That's kind of the regular sale price on this, but it's such a good saw. It's hard not to include it because it is one of these buy it for life kind of tools. Then if you want the same kind of power, if not more, in a cordless tool, and when this came out, they made that claim, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. No, they've proven it. It really is. The 60 volt max circ saw, it's bare tool only, in the DeWalt line for $179. It is more power than corded in a cordless form factor. Unbelievable, but it's true. We got a combo kit here. In the V20 line over at Craftsman, you're getting the full kit, 2 batteries, charger, all of that coming in here with the circ saw and the drill driver. Lowest price in 30 days. It's coming in at $139. Then we got the DeWalt 60 volt track saw, cordless track saw, tool only, 20% off, coming down to $343. Again, as I said, bare tool. Then we got the Flex 24 volt brushless cordless 7.25 inch circ saw, bare tool again, charger not included. This is a fabulous saw. I have this saw. Flex sent it to me years ago. Just a fantastic everyday driver kind of saw. Traditional 7.25 blade, right facing. It's got the rafter hook, but the handle's set back a little bit further than most. It's not quite what I call like a rear handle saw. It's almost like a combo. I like it. I think it's a great saw at $140. Again, lifetime warranty, folks. All right, then we got the WorkPro. WorkPro sent this to me a few years ago. 12 volt cordless recip saw. And I'll be honest, I didn't do a lot with this saw when they first sent it to me. And then I had a job. I thought I was just going to do a little pruning. And things got out of hand because I went and I bought some pruning blades. And the pruning blades were about yay long. And I'm like, and next thing I know, I cut down an entire tree. It was a box elder tree. It's more like a weed tree. It's technically a hardwood, softer than most hardwoods, but not a problem. I mean, it took a good part of a day and it took a couple batteries, but it was just, one limb at a time and then whacking that sucker down, taking a chunk here, a chunk there. I took the whole tree down with this and some pruning blades. In fact, I think they were Diablo pruning blades, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, that's what I always say. If you want to buy cheap tools, that's fine. But buy good blades. It's all about the consumables, folks. Anyway, just like a car, you can buy a cheap car. Buy yourself a $500 car. Okay, today it's like a $5,000 car, but still, put good tires on it and it'll drive way better than you think. Anyway, lowest price in 30 days, coming in full kit down to $40.49. All right, another buy it for life tool here. We got the Bosch 6.5 amp top handle jigsaw. None of that barrel handle kind of BS. If you like the barrel handle, that's fine. I like the traditional stuff because that's what I grew up with. $96. Again, it's a buy it for life kind of tool here. Then we got the Flex kit. And again, talk about buy it for life because it comes with a lifetime warranty. You're getting the recip, the grinder, the circ saw, the drill driver, not 1, 2 batteries, the charger, and the bag for $400. All of these brushless, all 24 volt. Just a fantastic lineup. All right. Bosch, Flex, they got grief when they launched, but they proved it. They proved all their claims. They were what's next. I mean, they jumped in right in the deep end of the pool and they swam. Their marketing was cheesy, but the tools did exactly what they said they were going to do. So at $400, I got to say that's a pretty darn good package right there. All right, then we got the Bosch corded recip. Again, another buy it for life kind of tool. We got a lot of those this week. $99. This is just a good old standby kind of tool, but we're not done. My favorite recip. I mean, by far. And I'm a Milwaukee recip guy from back in the day. The first power tool I ever bought for on the job was a Milwaukee recip saw. And I had to drive to Chicago to buy it because nobody locally had them in stock. I needed it for this new job we were starting, and we made a day of it. Anyway, the whole point is, I love my Milwaukee recip saws. I still have one, and I haven't used it in years because why? When I own this thing is just. I cut through a railroad with it, the rail, all right, sliced off like a piece of bread. Now, granted, again, the blade, it does a lot of work. It was I think the new Diablo Forge iron blade, torch or whatever. Great blade. But the saw, like after doing that, you think your hands, if you did it with another saw, you'd be vibrating all day like you ate some Acme earthquake pills. No, this thing was fantastic. Could not believe how good it was. All right, let's get back into the rest of these. I could talk about this one all day. Next up, we got the Skill. This is your budget option here, made by the same company. 20 volt compact recip saw, full kit. You're getting the battery, the charger, the tools. For the DIYer homeowner, this is more than enough for what you need. If you're on a budget, don't feel bad about this one. You don't need the Flex. The Flex is nice. If you're doing all day work, get the Flex. If you're just a homeowner doing projects here and there, this is more than good enough. Again, get a good blade for it. That's what's going to make the difference. All right, then we got the Bosch cordless jigsaw here. It's coming in at 170 bare tool on that one. We got the WorkPro corded. It's coming in lowest price in 30 days down to $45. We got the Flex cordless coming in at $157.99. Now you're like, Bear. Now I know you're like, where are all these power tool deals coming from? Here's the deal. Next week, Prime Days. But guess what's been happening? Amazon charges companies to be part of Prime Day. So not only do they have to lower the price, they have to pay to get in. And all the name brands are like, we're not really going to do that, all right? So they're going to miss out on all the sales next week. So they're trying to get the sales in this week. Pro tip, 24 volt brushless, tool only, lifetime warranty, 158, call it what it is. All right, actually, hold on, let me see here. And then they've got, look at this. They've got there's the barrel grip. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, that's the top handle barrel grip. Barrel grip's not on sale. All right, we got the Win 15 amp variable speed plunge woodworking router kit here. Coming in on sale, $81.29. If you're looking for a budget option, I mean, look at those reviews. There's no fish hook. That's looking good. What can you say about it? That's for a budget option. That might not be a bad choice. All right, I got to throw the Cynics in here. If you've been looking for a cordless, actually hybrid, that's what I love about this. It's a hybrid, so you can run it off the battery, or you can plug it in. You can get yourself a hot cup of coffee, or you can make some tea, or you can make a cup of noodles or something like that. And anywhere you go camping, you go hiking, or whatever. You take it down to the lake, go do some fishing on the job. It's normally $150. It's on sale for $135. There's a $50 off coupon. $50 off. That's $135. That's $15. That's $85. Cup of noodle anywhere you want. Hot chocolate, hot tea. Going to the skate rink? Take it. You got a place where you can plug it. You could use it at home, plug it in, and then unplug it, pop a battery on it, take it with you. Oh, you don't have any Cynics batteries? That's fine. It's a full kit. It comes with the battery. It comes with a 5 amp hour battery. It's for $85. All right. Anyway, I don't care if you're not on the power tool line. It's worth it just for that one item. Dremel Multi-Max. This is Dremel's oscillating multi-tool. It's not a bad little multi-tool. It really is. And you know, with Dremel, you know it's well made. It's 11% off, coming in at just under $80, $79.98. We got, check this out, Milwaukee compatible. I like how they spell Milwaukee. Milwaukee, 18 volt. It takes the M18 battery. So if you're in the M18 line, but you don't want to pay for an M18 oscillating tool, here you go. It's a good looking tool. I got to give them that. Normally $48 with a $4.80 off coupon. Next up, we got the ZKH oscillating corded multi-tool. It's $66, but it's got a 1980. That's a fine year, 1980 coupon there. Anyway, ZKH, I mentioned them like a week or two ago. Several people chimed in. They said they've had the ZKH. They love them. They work great. That's all I can tell you about them. I don't know anything more than that. Then we got Inventor. Now, I can't tell you about this company because I talked to them when they launched. And basically, they were trying to launch as a premier, high-end, Amazon-only tool. And I think Amazon, all the other no-name tools kind of beat them down in price, but they're still actually a really good quality tool. Just a good, decent, solid multi-tool here, coming in corded for $40, lowest price in 30 days. All right, then we got Skill Saw. No question about this. This is a high-end tool here. 8 1/4 inch portable worm drive saw there with the rack and pinion style fence, coming in at 14% off a list, down to $429. Then we got the Bosch, again, rack and pinion fence there. It's an 8 1/4 inch blade as well. All these new job site saws coming in at 8 1/4 inch. Anyway, this thing is the cordless full kit with the high power battery for $530. All right, now you can also get the tool only for $419. So just tool only $419, battery and charger, considering it's the cost of Bosch batteries, the high power there, that's a good deal on that one. All right, then we got some hammers. We're gonna do some demo here. We got the Estwing 4-pound sledge. It's on sale 21% off, down to $62. Then we got the Estwing blacksmith hammer, 4-pound hickory handle, coming down to $26.89. We got the hand axe, the hatchet, if you would, 1.25 pound head, 14-inch handle on it. It's coming down to $25.99. Then we got my favorite mallets out there, made in Germany, Halder mallets. Remember, everything on this is modular. You can replace the handle, the head, the faces on it. All of it can be interchanged with different designs, different housings. Look at all this. It is, I don't know why. I cannot tell you for the life of me why no other tool channel is talking about these. I don't know. $54.98, that's 27% off for a made in Germany tool. And then we got one of my favorite designs. This is just the classic engineer's hammer. Don't call it a sledge. This is for precise, get in there kind of force, okay? We're not trying to just whack things out of nowhere, but we do want to tell it we weren't really asking, right? So it's the engineer's hammer, 48 ounce, aka 3 pounds, made in the USA. Come on, guys, made in the USA hammer here for $33.91. Then we've got the bricklayer's hammer, again, made in the USA, 24 ounce, coming in at $30.99. Let's talk about some screwdrivers. We got the WorkPro 10-pack, good classic DIY level screwdrivers with the pouch, magnetizer, demagnetizer, coming in for $17.09. Then we got the Wheeler SAE metric hex and Torx head screwdriver set. This Wheeler, if you don't know, they're primarily designed for working on your 12-gauge Rottweilers, if you know what I'm saying. Anyway, $41.34. This is a classic go-to. If you're in that kind of tool line or looking for those kind of tools, that's a go-to option right there. We got the SK11 pack here. It's coming in at $56.99. Here's the funny thing. SK, of course, it used to be made in the USA, bought by Greystar. Essentially, same company as WorkPro now. All right, we got the Irwin Tool Vice Grip 1-and-done 8-piece set. You've got tongue and groove, you've got adjustable, you got lineman style, you got long nose, you got slip joint, you even got some side cutters and a roll-up tool pouch. All of it for $100. That's 13% off of list. Then we're going to jump over here, look at the Duratech. Kind of the same kind of setup. You got 3 tongue and grooves, some lineman-esque pliers and adjustable, some side cutter, slip joint, and long nose with a tool pouch. It's coming in at normally $73. It's on sale for $60, but there's a $6 off coupon that's going to take it down to $54. All right, then we got the Knipex. Look at this. Duckbill pliers. I'm a huge fan of the duckbill style. If we're getting in there, grabbing stuff, often I'm finding using it with fish tape that breaks off and stuff like that, other things. They're just great little extractors for getting things out of little areas that they should not be in, let's say that. Coming in lowest price in 30 days, down to $52.30. Then we got the Knipex Twin Grip. The Twin Grip, these are fantastic pliers. Lowest price in 30 days, down to $47.98. So they're basically a slip joint on steroids. All right. So there's shows you a slip joint, but look at the teeth on this thing. It's kind of like the Pliers teeth. So if you combined a slip joint plier with the Pliers, and then you fed it just a metric ton of roids, that's what you get with these, with comfort grip. Look at this, with even the little texture points. I love their comfort grip. They're great, great pliers there. Anyway, 10-inch coming in $47.98, lowest price in 30 days. Then we got the ES water pump pliers, the new ones from Knipex, limited time deal. Lowest price ever. Granted, they didn't come out to that long ago, but these things, you got to see them. So they're like the alligator style, and they're like the traditional water pump, but then they kind of have this long nose effect to them, as well as they've got the pliers kind of. They're like everything all in one. It does it all. I found so many uses for these. And again, they're that kind of, I'm going to get in there, I can't grab it and really get a hold of it and get it out of there, because I find myself using them for all sorts of stuff. All right. They really do get in there and get a hold of about anything. 22% off for something new like this to be on sale is ridiculous. 22% off, down to $45. All right. Then we got the Knipex little electronics round tips, kind of a needle nose, stubby needle nose, if you would. Anyway, the thing about these is they have the ESD handle. That's why they look that weird gray kind of color. ESD, remember, it's not shock proof per se. It's zap proof, all right? Meaning, don't use it on mains. You'll be shocked to find out how well it's not good at that. But for delicate electronics where you have to worry about static, that's where these come in. And that's what they're good for, is working on electronics. See, they even show you working on electronics with these, okay? Although they're blue in that picture for some reason. Anyway, that's what the little symbol right there means, with the little like semicircle with the hand. That's their version of being like, hey, these won't zap the things you're working on. Basically, it protects the thing you're working on from you rather than protecting you from the thing you're working on. $40.23, lowest price in 30 days. All right, WorkPro 12-piece magnetic nut driver set. This is a nice little set here. Coming in 17% off, down from 24 to 20. And then there's a $2 off coupon, taking it down to 18. If you haven't bought any nut drivers yet, I've been talking about them forever, this is the set to pick up, all right? If you're on a super budget or you're kind of iffy about it, trust me, once you get these, you'll be writing me an apology letter. I'll just wait for it patiently. Let's keep going. We got the Tecton high torque black oxide nut drivers here. 5-piece, made in the USA, on sale, lowest price in 30 days. Made in the USA tools for $18, guys. Come on. I'm bringing you gems here this week. Duratec anti-slip wrench set here. SAE 5/16 to 3/4, 72 tooth, nickel plating, CRV steel. Just a good budget set of wrenches in there. They've got the bolt biter in the ratcheting side, but not the other side for some reason. Anyway, coming in at $34.19. Then we got the Craftsman 20-piece ratcheting set. I haven't even tried these yet. I'd be interested to see what they're like. If you've tried them, I'd like to hear your take on these. 90 tooth, polished chrome. It's not the raised panel, so they're nice and smooth. No sharp edges on it. Coming in, lowest price in 30 days to $85. Now, that said, I can get you in the gear wrench for $73. 20-piece classic gear wrench. I mean, they're called gear wrench for a reason. They kind of invented this segment. $72.99 for the gear wrench, or $85 for the Craftsman. Your call there. All right. Then these, the WorkPro. Now, I've got these in chrome. I do like that electro phoretic. Is that how they pronounce it? Electric phoretic. I like that style of coating better. Anyway, comes with a rolling pouch. Again, they're not pry bars. They're super long reach they're long reach for the reach, not for pry bar S. They're not that big and hefty. But you get a great set here. 10-piece, 8 to 19 millimeter with the pouch for $60, down from $70. All right, then we got the Wolfbox air dusters. I keep talking about these air dusters. If power is all you want, the Wolfbox is the choice. And it's not bad. I mean, it's well made. It's got all the nozzles, everything else. There are some few ones out there like the Fantic I showed last week that have a few more features and stuff. But at $70 for all the power, go for the Wolfbox. All right, then we got the Fantic. Again, I'm talking about this vacuum because I keep using it every day. I find another use for this. I use it all the time. I either use it with the extension hose, without the hose. I don't use it as a duster. I tried using it as a duster. That's what these nozzles up here. It's like you can put on the back end because it's a vacuum. It's sucking on the front, blowing out the back. So you can reverse it and use it as a duster. But it's just kind of cumbersome using it that way. Let's see if they have a pic using it as a duster. She's having too much fun with that thing. Anyway, point is, $62.99 for the V8 version, or you can get the Maserati V10. You know you want the fuel-injected V10 for $90. I honestly don't know the difference. 19 kPa suction. This one says 19,000. It's basically the same. Maybe this is just the version 2 is what my guess is. Like they're probably phasing this one out, and this is going to be the next one coming in at $90 on that. So the old version for $63 which is what I have, works great, or the new version for $90. Let's talk about Harbor Freight. Today is day 8 of the 10 days of deals. 30% off all Doyle products. I know I did the whole thing on the parking lot sale. They're gonna have some Doyle, was it like screwdrivers and stuff? This is all Doyle products. That includes the anvils and the vices and everything Doyle. That is a great deal. Pause the video now, or actually set it on loop. That's totally fine. Anyway, you better hit up your Harbor Freight now when you see this video. Drop everything else. If you want to get on that Doyle, good luck. And then tomorrow, by the way, tomorrow is going to be, I think, Pate. Is it Pate? Yeah, we got the Black Widow. And then the last day, Wednesday, is going to be, I believe it's 20% off all Predator generators, as if they carry a different brand than Predator. All right, this one got sent in by a viewer, Crew Guard. They're not on sale, but they're so interesting, I wanted to include them. They're steel toe overshoes. So you take your regular shoe, you put it on, and now you got slip resistant and steel toe for $32.48, and they go all the way up to double extra large, which is supposed to fit 15.5 to 17. That's, and all the way down to 3. Those are some whittle feet. Good grief. All right, we got over at Aldi, we got the 10 by 10 by 9 instant canopy, just add water, $60. We got the hot tips. This is kind of cool. This is a wireless charger for $3. And you're like, well, why do I need something? If you're like doing some crafty stuff and you want to build a wireless charger like into a desk or something, there you go. $3 on that one over at Menards. We got Tool Shop right angle drill attachment at Menards for $4.98. We got the 300 watt power inverter. This is not going to be pure sine, folks. This is going to be modified sine on this at $15. You can guarantee that. All right, then we got the multi-tool pen pack, nice little gadget gift kind of thing, coming in at $4. We got, looks decent, 18-inch largemouth bass, tool bag, coming in at $14. That's nice little, looks like a nice little, got a little tape measure hook right there, all sorts of stuff. Then we got, look at this, Stanley screwdriver, Stanley insulated, Stanley posi drive, all of those, $1.99, $1.99, $1.99. So they got screwdrivers. Oh, we got more. We got more. We got the stubby, we got the long reach, we got the regular posi drive, $1.99 on all of those. All right, we're over at Thesens. Now, for those of you who don't know, and sorry if I'm mispronouncing it, they're a regional farm and ranch store. Think Tractor Supply, but only in a few states. Here, our brand is Murdoch's. There's Farm Fleet in some areas, Big Red in other areas. There's all these little regional ones. So this is one of them. So if they're not in your region, I'm sorry because it's an in-store only item. But that said, this is the DeWalt 20 volt max brushless cordless 3-speed hammer drill power pack with the 8 amp hour XR battery for $199. Folks, that battery is $199. It went on sale. So you're getting the battery on sale and getting a free XR hammer drill. Oh my gosh. That's a great deal. All right, then we're over at Lowe's. Lowe's, look at this. We got the Skill Power Core 12 volt variable speed brushless 3/8 inch drive impact wrench. How much? $39, tool only. That's insane. $39 for a 3/8 12 volt impact. Then we got some bonus items for you. We got the eHomey Nugget Ice Maker here coming in at $169.99. We got the eHomey Don't Call Me Tony coming in at $128 fridge. This is the exact fridge that I have. And this is the best sale price I've seen on it yet. Coming in at $188.99. I love this fridge to death. We use it each and every day. Drinks, lunch, food. We just did a cookout yesterday. Everyone came and helped me around we just did some tidying up and we did some food, put the leftovers in there. We bought some other stuff to grill at home, took it home. It's just a great little fridge. And I love it because I can look in it. I can see there's some avocado sauce up top, someone's salad, some other sauces, then my sodas, some more sodas. We got waters and root beers, and I got some hot dogs. I'm grilling some hot dogs for lunch. Hey, you know what? Sometimes comfort food, right? All right. Anyway, and then we also want to talk about the Ninja air fryer because I recently got an air fryer for the studio, and I'll be honest, we have an air fryer at home. Use it a ton. And I wanted to get one for the studio because I was going to do some, because you can use it for something to do with 3D printing. You have to bake some of the filaments, and you put it in here. You set it on dehydrate. It works great. It's much cheaper than a filament heater. But that said, I just started using it before I even got around to it. Started using it for food. Way better than a microwave. All right. Now, if you're just going to heat up something, but like the hot dogs, don't throw them in the microwave. Throw them in this. Get some crispiness on it. You could take a frozen steak up to 1.5 inches, throw it in one of these, and you set it to the broil or whatever the hottest setting is, and you let it rip, let it cook about halfway, and then you season it a bunch, and then you let it cook some more. Is it as good as a reverse seared steak? No, but if you get yourself a good budget, ribeye from the store, and you want to have a healthy lunch as opposed to grabbing some McDonald's or something, get one of these for the shop. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I think that's all I got for you. Yep, that's it. Anyway, I was saying, next week, Prime Days. That's why we're seeing the big sales on all the name brand stuff this week. But there will still be good deals for Prime Day, so get ready. And then this Friday, huge channel news. Huge. You can't tell you. You got to wait till Friday. Anyway, if you like what we do here, go ahead and chomp the old like button. Smash the subscribe on the way out. Ring the bell so YouTube knows that you're serious about it. That's all I got for you. You all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.